All right, we're joined today with Bryan Wilson, the GM of eMobility for Accelera by Cummins. It's their zero emissions business division. Bryan, tell us, there's a couple of really good announcements today, that particularly for school bus.
Yeah, I think there are probably three technologies that will leverage into the school bus market. The first two I'll talk about, I guess, are more on the digital side. And so what we announced this morning was the electric powertrain that we have with Bluebird, with our BP97 battery, is now able to do over-the-air updates, which is a really big deal for the industry, for Bluebird, and for Bluebird customers. As you know, the software-defined vehicle continues to become more important. The ability to remotely flash software updates when the vehicles aren't being used is a great way to improve the overall efficiency and to lower costs, because you don't have people that need to show up and plug something in. And so we're really excited about that new feature that Bluebird and Bluebird customers are going to be able to utilize. The second is the vehicle to grid, or the ISO-20, which is really about the quality of how we're able to do vehicle to grid, storing energy and returning it back to the grid in a quality manner to give confidence to the customers about being able to, help support the stability of the grid and maybe even make a few bucks when they're returning that energy back to the grid. So those two, I think, are really important announcements. The third one I would highlight is our next generation of tiered iron phosphate batteries. I think this is the right battery for the school bus market. The life and the energy density, and the safety of this battery it's just the right technology. And so we're excited to be moving towards that, with Bluebird and the school bus market, as soon as we can.
And with that new fuel cell, or I should say the cell of the batteries that you guys are going to be providing the battery packs for, that's a JV with Packer, Daimler Trucks North America, and Amplify, which is actually creating the cells. Now they're creating the factory right now. When do you guys go online with having that battery available?
Yeah, exactly. So Amplify Cell Technologies is the joint venture between Packer and Daimler Truck North America. And we're building the building right now just south of Memphis, Tennessee, and Vialia, Mississippi. And the steel trusses are up. We're continuing to move forward. We anticipate at the end of 2026, early 2027, cells will be rolling off the line there for use into battery packs to go into vehicles in North America. We're really excited about bringing iron phosphate battery manufacturing to the United States of America.
Awesome. And back to the software-defined vehicle, a new term that I learned this week at ACT Expo. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit more about what that will mean? Because we're specifically talking about SDI for electric vehicles, correct? Yeah. When we hear OTA, we've often thought of, the engine, over-the-air engine updates. Can you dive a little bit more into what precisely would be the type of updates that an electrical vehicle could get?
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to what's happening on the diesel side. So on the diesel side, you have a lot of controls to help the efficiency of combustion, as an example. It's going to be the same way here. So what's called the battery management system, it's the efficiency of drawing, returning battery back, or energy back into the battery. That's one area where you can continue to improve those algorithms to make that bus, be more efficient, last longer, both from a miles perspective, but as well as a life perspective. The efficiency and the mapping of the motor and the controls of the motor and in the inverter. Again, this is all about getting power to the wheel ends as efficiently as possible. And so these big characteristics and controls we can now update virtually to help drive the overall efficiency of the vehicle. The second thing is the operators will have more of this, with the software-defined vehicle. They're going to have more data at their hands. And so they're going to be able to understand this driver is pushing on the accelerator too hard. This driver probably can push a little bit more. Start maybe rerouting their fleets in order to be more optimized. And so that's the second piece, is the amount of data that's going to be coming back to the operators to help them efficiently utilize their assets.
Thanks so much, Bryan. Very interesting. Cummins and a lot of companies have great announcements this week at ACT Expo. Stay tuned, s10online.com for all the coverage.